So I wanted to kind of touch base with everybody. I know that we haven't had a lot of car content. Been a lot going on here lately. A couple issues. I've got some health issues we're trying to figure out. I'm always weak and stuff, so I'm getting some tests done and all that kind of fun stuff. The other thing that happened to me that was very traumatic was I lost my Mastiff. He had developed cancer in his leg. We thought it was arthritis for the longest time. Took him in and had him x-rayed, and sure enough it turned out to be cancer. So he was in a lot of pain. He was having a very hard time walking, so we made that horrible decision that none of us wants to make. And I think if I had it to do it again, I wouldn't. It was very sad, very, it kind of tore me up. I mean, I've had very few dogs that were mine. I mean, he's a family dog, but he was my dog. Since he was a pup, and the girls had got him for me because I'd lost my dog Bear years before that, and she thought that he would be a good thing, and sure enough he was. Well, during this whole time we've been looking for a pup for my wife to replace Bandit that we lost in February. So we ended up finding a pup. We actually ended up finding 5, but we could only take 1. And when we went there, we thought about it, and we've never had just one dog all by himself, so we got 2 9-week-old puppies. They have taken up a lot of my weekends. We got them last week. Because they're pups, I'm spending a lot of time with them while my wife works. Excuse me, and same with her when I'm working. And then the kids are also picking up a lot of the slack. But I'll show you the video of one of them going nuts, and I'll take some video here real quick of them. But they're going to be probably a lot of the videos that are going on. With what's going on with me, if I bend down and then stand up, I get dizzy. It had gotten to the point where I was passing out, which is, as we all know, not a good thing. The last time that it happened, my wife immediately made me go to the doctor. It has happened to me before, but not to the extent that it did that time. I just blacked out. And so they're running all kinds of fun tests, and for the most part, they can't figure out what it is. So I've got a bunch of tests with my heart and some other stuff. And one of the things that I have is Meniere's disease, and for those that don't know, it's an inner ear thing. And what happens is there are 2 chemicals between your nerve, and that's where you hear the sound from, is that running through those chemicals. Well, with Meniere's, one of the chambers leaks into the other chamber, and those 2 chemicals make it like you're basically drunk without being drunk. And if you move in any shape, way, or form, you get, well, one of the side effects of it is vertigo, really bad. And if you get a full-on episode, you have to stay still. If you don't, it'll make you throw up, and that's never any fun. So I don't think it's that. This is a completely different kind of dizzy. I mean, I've always been dizzy, for quite some time, but nothing like this. Not like every time I stand up. So I'm kind of taking it real easy. I'm doing a lot of videos on some of the stuff that I've received from sponsors. So I'm doing a lot of sponsor stuff right now, just to kind of pick up and keep the videos going. Today's task was moving the cars around, because I need to get, I'm working on my granddaughter's 200 right now. It's got something loose in the front end, so I've been working on that and cleaning the car and just kind of getting it ready for my daughter to give to her, and so that she'll have a car at college. I'm sorry, I'm kind of winging it here. So today I spent most of the day baby proofing the backyard, which meant cordoning off the back of the sheds to the dogs, cordoning off underneath the deck to the dogs, because being puppies, they put everything in their mouth. And so they were going back behind the sheds and finding stuff that you don't even know where it came from, and chewing it, eating it, all that kind of fun stuff. And we want to make sure that they stay healthy and everything, because they are only 9 weeks. They've only had 1 series of shots. They haven't had rabies or anything else yet. So we want to kind of keep them secluded in the backyard. They did escape this morning when I walked out to to open the garage door to put a charger on every car because everything was almost dead. The truck, I had to put the booster on, and the other cars were just starting slow, so I just had to jump them to get them going. So we did get those arranged, and while I arranged those, what was underneath the cars on the side, I went ahead and cleaned all that out. I went and built a chain link on one side of the shed, and the other side's got a wood fence that I extended out so they couldn't get through, and I've just got to finish the backup. But that's kind of where I've been the last few weeks, and that's why you're seeing a lot of, and you'll continue to see for just a minute. Hopefully next month they figure out what the heck is going on. But you'll see a lot of videos about the auction stuff that I've been picking up, and a bunch of other stuff that I've been building. What this has done is it's given me the opportunity to get caught up on all the little things. Like I built this standing desk. There's a bunch of stuff like with the truck right now. There's a bunch of little things that need to be done to it. Same with the Nova, so I'm going to be working on those. The temperature is almost perfect. I mean, within the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to shoot that firewall. I thought I had a paint booth, and they advertised it at the auction as a 28 by 10 by 7, and I'm like, oh my goodness! And it had a separate changing room. This is an $1,100 paint booth that I got for $350, and I'm like, oh my God! I scored! Well, I brought it home, and I'm looking at the box, and the box says 12 by 7. And I'll throw a video in on that. It'll be probably a relatively short one, few-minute video about unboxing this thing, blowing it up, and needless to say, it ended up being like a $70 paint booth, 12 foot by 7 foot. So you can't really get a car in there. So anyway, they gave me my money back, which was good, and they took the booth back. So that's kind of good. I've been going to an auction here in town. It's an older guy. That I think passed and left. He had a whole shop full of stuff. Like I've got some signs. Most of his stuff was Ford, which is okay. I don't mind that. But I got picked up a lot of little signs that I can put up all around my fencing and all that kind of stuff. Don't really have any more room in here for signs. I mean, I could clutter the place up, but I don't want to do that. And I've got a bunch of motors manuals that he had and a bunch of stuff. He has like a 70s era F-250 four-door, if I remember right, or it's an extended cab, four-wheel drive. This truck is beautiful, and every time I go there to pick something up, I ask him, is it for sale? Is it for sale? Is it for sale? Because it is a beautiful truck, and it has the early generation diesel in it. What is it, the 7.3 or whatever it is? No emissions, none of that other stuff that you got you'll get on these late model trucks. So I keep asking if it's for sale. Like I need another truck, working on this one. But so we've been doing a lot of the little projects. Today, one of the projects I did, like I said, was I moved all the cars around so that I can get to the truck, get the truck up front. I've got to replace some sensors and all that kind of thing, and then replace the fuel injectors. Real easy jobs for me to do. And then I've got to get this firewall and the Nova painted probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, because the temperature here in Utah has dropped down to where it's in the 70s to 80s, probably low 80s, which is ideal for painting, and the humidity isn't there. So those two factors make it real good to paint this paint shop, the Duplicolor paint shop stuff. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. But like I said, I'm becoming tired a lot. So I'm spending a lot of time doing something and then resting a lot. And then with the puppies, boy, it's like having babies again. Like I said, the last couple of weeks has been cleaning up around the yard, which it needed to be done, and I was kind of putting it off, but it's one of those things that I got done, and I can work on it at my pace. So, I want to apologize to all the car guys out there. I am having some difficulty, but we will get some car content out there pretty quick. And like I say, I apologize for the interim while I'm going through and kind of showing you all the stuff I'm buying and building from the auction. But I hope that's good enough for you guys, and you continue to subscribe and follow me. I really appreciate everything you guys do. With retirement coming up soon, I'm definitely going to need every subscriber I can get to maintain a decent lifestyle with these cars and getting them ready. And with retirement, I look forward to having more time to get things done. Like we've got these 3 projects that I've got to get done, and I've gone to the point where, like with the Yukon, it had really bad oil leaks, so I actually hired someone to come in and fix everything. Great mechanic. If you're in the Roy area, shoot me a note. Here in the northern Utah area, this guy is a little pricey, but for your money, you get what you pay for, I guess you'd say. So just shoot me a note and I'll get you his information. He comes right to your home, does it right here, or he'll take it over to his home shop and he'll do it there. But that kind of gives you an explanation of what's been going on in my life, and why you're not seeing a lot of car videos and you're seeing a lot of sponsored videos and that kind of thing, and how to build it kind of stuff. And even how to build it kind of stuff is pretty easy stuff to build. It's just, that's what I have the strength and energy to do right now. So again, with that, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate all you subscribing. If you want to see any content, there's probably going to be a lot coming up on these new puppies, because boy, are they a handful. They're 2 hounds, and we've owned partial, mixed hounds, and these are a mix of 2 different hounds, and I'll tell you the name of them later. But they can bay, I'm telling you. But anyway, with that, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.